The tower door slowly opened by itself. Harry froze instantly. Leo didn't move at all. Cold fog drifted across the wooden steps while the mountain behind them disappeared deeper into darkness. Most people probably would have turned around right there. Harry stepped inside anyway. Leo followed slowly, but he never stopped staring at the darkness upstairs. The tower smelled like wetwood, dust, and old rain. Everything looked abandoned. But not empty. That was the part Harry couldn't explain. Emergency lights still flickered faintly upstairs, which made absolutely no sense. Nobody had officially used Raven Trail in years. So why did the tower still have power? Then the tower creaked. One slow sound echoed from somewhere above them. Harry raised the flashlight immediately. Leo stiffened beside him. Another sound followed. A footstep. Not loud. Not fast. Just slow enough to make the silence afterward feel worse. Outside, the storm was getting closer. Fog swallowed the lower trail completely now. Even the trees were barely visible anymore. Harry tried joking about it. Leo ignored him completely. That honestly made the situation feel even worse. The higher they climbed, the colder the tower became. Rain tapped softly against broken windows while fog drifted through the stairwell behind them. The whole place felt strangely alive. The upper floor looked worse. Old Ranger maps covered the walls beside broken lockers and dusty radio equipment. Most of the trails had been crossed out with red marker. Some sections of the maps had been completely torn away. One warning was still visible near the lower trail. Do not continue past Lower Ridge. Then Harry noticed mud near the observation desk. Fresh mud. Water still dripped slowly across the wooden floorboards. Someone had been inside the tower recently. That was the moment Harry stopped treating this like an adventure. Because abandoned places shouldn't have fresh footprints. And Leo already knew that. Since entering the tower, Leo hadn't relaxed once. Every sound made his ears twitch toward the darkness. Like he was listening for something Harry still couldn't hear. Then suddenly, the emergency radio exploded with static. Harry nearly dropped the flashlight. Leo backed away instantly. At first the transmission sounded broken. Just static and fragments of distant voices. Then one sentence finally became clear. If anybody hears this, stay away from the lower trail. And then the message disappeared completely. No names. No explanation. Just silence filling the tower again. Lightning flashed outside the tower windows. For 1 second, the entire forest below became visible through the fog. Then darkness swallowed everything again. Harry slowly walked toward the glass. Rainwater rolled down the windows while fog drifted through the trees below. Everything looked empty. But somehow, that didn't feel comforting anymore. Then Leo froze again. Completely still. The exact same way he had near the trail entrance earlier that evening. At first Harry thought it was just moving fog. But then it moved again. Slowly. Deliberately. Something was walking through the forest below the tower. The figure finally stopped near the edge of the trees. Too far away to identify clearly. But close enough to understand one terrifying thing. It was facing the tower. Watching them. Neither Harry nor Leo moved. The storm continued shaking the tower outside. While inside, everything suddenly felt quiet. Too quiet. Then the emergency lights flickered once. Twice. And suddenly the entire tower went dark. For a second, nobody moved. Harry could hear rain hammering the roof above them. Wind screamed through broken windows downstairs. Then another sound echoed through the darkness. A door moving somewhere below. Then came the slam. The entire tower shook violently beneath their feet. The main entrance downstairs had just slammed shut. Hard. Harry stared toward the staircase without saying a word. The lower floors had completely disappeared into darkness now. And suddenly, going back down felt like a terrible idea. Leo slowly stepped backward away from the stairs. But his eyes never left the darkness below. Like he already knew. Something was coming up. Then somewhere deep inside the tower would creaked again. Slow. Heavy. Getting closer. And for the first time that night, Harry realized they might not be alone inside the tower anymore.